राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा भरिणेश्वर राधा भरिणेश्वर राधे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय सिद्ध गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। So today we are going to. I am audible, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much for. I would like to first thank temple management for giving me opportunity to narrate the pastime of Krishna recovers the son of his teacher. So I would narrate for 45 minutes. Coming 45 minutes. There are two topics today. Krishna recovers the son of his teacher and Uddhava visits Vrindavan. So the first topic, Krishna recovers the son of his teacher. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10th, chapter 44. And Uddhava visits Vrindavana. It is also mentioned, Canto 10th, chapter 46. 45, 46, 45 to 46, all are described both. So just I will do one Mangalacharan. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim, yat kripatamaham bande. Paramananda Madhavam, Sri Chaitanya Iswaram, Sri Guru Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. So Krishna recovers the son of his teacher. The first topic is how Krishna recovered the son of his teacher. So all we know, after appearance of Lord Krishna, the Vasudeva and Devaki were very full of anxiety for Krishna and Balram's protection. And so that's why, due to that fear, they could not enjoy their childhood pastime. And after appearance of Krishna, his father Vasudeva took him immediately to Gokul in midnight due to fear of Kamsa. So later, after spending 11 years in Gokul, Nandagaon and Vrindavan, Lord Krishna and Balram came back to Mathura on invitation of Kamsa to take part in Malayuddha. So actually Kamsa has invited Krishna and Balram to take part in Malayuddha. So we know Krishna took part in Malayuddha and he killed Chadur, Mustaka, even Kamsa himself. So after killing the Kamsa, Krishna approached his father and mother and said that unfortunately, being ordered by our fate, we could not be raised by our own parents to enjoy childhood pleasure at home. My dear father and mother, a man has a debt to pay his parent from whom he gets this body. So Krishna is giving very means good instruction, lesson for us also. Actually, we are indebted to our father and mother because we got our body, this material body. Our father and mother, our parent are the source of this. So we are indebted to them. So Lord Krishna is same thing he repeating in front of his father and mother. My dear father and mother, a man has a debt to pay his parents from whom he gets this body. According to the Vedic injunction, this human form of life enables one to perform all kinds of religious activity and to fulfill all kinds of desire and acquire all kinds of wealth. So Vedic injunction says us we can enable ourselves to perform all kinds of religious activity because without getting body we cannot do this. So only in this human form, there is every possibility that one can even get liberation from this material existence. So this body is produced by the combined effect of the father and mother. So that's why we are indebted to father and mother. So Krishna is telling to his father and mother, every human being should be obliged to his parent and understand that he cannot repay his debt to them. So this is a statement of Krishna. Even we cannot repay our debt to our father and mother. So much we are indebted. So if after growing up a son does not try to satisfy his parents by his actions, he is surely punished after death by the superintendent of their Yamraja. And he is made to eat his own flesh. It is mentioned in the scripture. If we are not taking care of our parents, if we are not satisfying our parents by our action, then Lord of Superintendent Yamaraja will punish us, and he will force us to eat our own flesh. This is the rule of scripture mentioned. So if a person is able to care or give protection to old parents, even children, the spiritual master, brahmanas, and other dependents, but does not do so, he is considered to be already dead, although he is breathing. So a scripture says a person who is able to care his father, mother, children, brahmanas, and given protection to cows or anything, but a spiritual master, but even he is not doing so, then he should be considered as dead, even he is breathing. So this is the statement of a scripture. So Krishna is telling, my dear father and mother, you have always been anxious for our protection, but unfortunately, we could not render any service unto you. So we can say by this statement, Krishna is how he is submissively approaching his father and mother, and even we can say he is expressing his unableness, because he was unable to do service to his father and mother. So he's telling, my dear father and mother, you have always been very anxious for our protection, but unfortunately, we means Krishna and Balram could not render any service unto you. So we have simply wasted our time. Krishna is telling to his father and mother, we could not serve you for reasons beyond our control. Because a reason was beyond control of Krishna, he was not, due to Kamsa, he was in the Gokul, Mathura and Vrindavan, Gokul, Nandgaon and Vrindavan. And his father and mother, actual father and mother, was in prison in the Mathura. So he is telling, please excuse me, please excuse us for our sinful action. So this is the statement of Krishna. He is asking for forgiveness, he is asking excuse for his sinful action, because this is the sinful action. If we are able to serve our father, mother, and parent, even dependent, and if we are not doing so, this is an offense. So when Supreme Personality of Godhead was speaking as innocent boy in very sweet words, both Vasudeva and Devaki became captivated by parental affection and embraced them with great pleasure. So Lord was grieved by his parents because he was speaking very innocent way and with very sweet words. So they were amazed and could not speak. So their parent could not speak or answer or to the words of Krishna, but simply they embraced Balram and Krishna with great affection and remained silent, shedding with tears. So their parents were shedding with tears, and thus they remained silent with affection. So thus consoling his father and mother, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appearing as the beloved son of Devaki, approached his grandfather. So after meeting parents, he approached grandfather Ugrasena and announced that Ugrasena would now be the king of Yadu kingdom. Because Kamsa has put his father Ugrasena into prison also. So when Kamsa was killed, Krishna approached first father and mother and asked for forgiveness because he could not serve his father and mother till date. And after that, he approached his grandfather Ugrasena. He was put in the jail by Kamsa, and he declared Ugrasena as the Yadu, king of the Yadu kingdom. So Kamsa has forcibly ruling the kingdom of Yadu in spite of the presence of his father, whom he had arrested actually. So, but after the death of Kamsa, Kamsa father was released and announced to be king of Yadu kingdom. So it appears that those days in the western part of India, there were many small kingdoms, and they were ruled by Yadu dynasty, Andhaka dynasty, Vrishni dynasty, and Bhoja dynasty. So Maharaj Ugrasen belongs to the Bhoja dynasty. Therefore, Krishna indirectly declared that the king of the Bhoja dynasty would be emperor of the all small kingdom. So he willingly asked Maharaj Ugrasen to rule over them because they were his subjects. So the blood praja actually used for the progeny and for the citizen. So Krishna belongs to the praja both as grandson of Maharaj Ugrasena and as the member of Yadu dynasty. So Krishna told that it will be our pleasure to serve you as your servant. So Krishna is telling his grandfather Ugrasena, it will be our pleasure to serve you as our servant. Our full cooperation with you will make your position more exalted and secure, so that the king of other dynasties will not hesitate to pay their respective revenues. So Krishna is telling to his grandfather Ugrasena, so protected by us, you will be honored even by the demigods from the heavenly planets. My dear grandfather, out of fear of my late uncle Kamsa, all the kings belonging to the Yadu dynasty, Vrishni dynasty, Andhaka dynasty, Madhu dynasty, the Dasaraha dynasty, and Kukura dynasty were very anxious and disturbed. So Krishna is talking to his grandfather and telling about the problem of other dynasty, how they were anxious of Kamsa. So now you can pacify them all and give them assurance of security. The whole kingdom will be peaceful. So all the kings in the neighboring area had left their homes in the fear of Kamsa, and we are living in distant part of the country. So due to Kamsa, all the kings of neighbor area, they had left their kingdom, homes, and they were just living distant in other part of the country. So now after the death of Kamsa and the reinstatement of Ugrasena as the king, the neighboring kings were given all kinds of presentation and comforts. So then they returned to their respective homes. So after this nice political arrangement, the citizens of Mathura were pleased to live in Mathura, because all citizens became very happy. Now they were very pleased after staying in Mathura, because they were protected by strong arms of Krishna and Balram. So on account of good governance, the presence of Krishna and Balram, the inhabitants of Mathura felt complete satisfaction in the fulfillment of their material desire and necessities, because they saw Krishna and Balram daily, eye to eye, face to face, and they soon forgot all their miseries completely. All their material miseries they forgot completely after seeing Krishna and Balram. And every day people or inhabitants of Mathura used to see Krishna and Balram by face directly. So as soon as they saw Krishna and Balram coming out in the street, very nicely dressed, smiling and looking here and there, the citizens were immediately filled with love simply by seeing the presence of this Mukunda, Krishna. So Nand Maharaj and Jasoda were also living in Mathura, because Krishna and Balram were there. But after some time, they wanted to go back to Vrindavan. So Krishna and Balram bent before them. When they were about to leave Mathura to go back to their native, means Vrindavan, or we can say Nandgaon or Gokul, Krishna and Balram bent before them and very feelingly and affectionately embraced Nanda and Jasoda. And Krishna began to speak as follows. So how we should approach? Krishna is approaching Nanda Maharaj and Ma Jasoda. My dear father and mother, although I was born of Vasudeva and Devaki, you have been our real father and mother, because from our birth and childhood, you raised us with great affection and love. So Krishna affectionately approached Nanda Maharaj and Devaki Mata, Jasoda Mata, means you are our real father, because from our birth and childhood, you raised us with great affection and love. Your affectionate love for us was more than anyone can offer to their own children. You are actually our father and mother, because you raised us as your own children at the time when we were just like orphans. So Krishna is telling Nanda Maharaj and Jasoda Mata, you are our real mother, because when we were orphan, nobody was to take care. That time you had taken care of us. So but for certain reason, we are rejected by our father and mother, and you protected us. So Krishna is telling sweet words to Nand Maharaj and Jasoda Mata. My dear father and mother, I know you will be feeling separation by returning to Vrindavan and leaving us here, but please rest assured that I shall be coming back to Vrindavan just after giving some satisfaction to my real father and mother, Vasudeva and Devaki, my grandfather, even my grandfather and other relatives and family members. So Krishna is giving assurance to Nand Maharaj and Jasoda Maiya, I will be coming back to Vrindavan just after giving some satisfaction to our real father, mother, and Vasudev, Devaki, and also my grandfather, and other relatives and other family members. So Krishna and Balram satisfied by this way to Nand Maharaj and Jasoda Mata, and with their sweet words, and by presentation of various clothing, ornaments, and properly made utensils. They presented cloth, ornaments, and some good utensils to their father and mother, Nand Maharaj and Jasoda, before leaving Mathura. So by this way, they satisfied them along with their friends and neighbors who had come also with them from Vrindavan to Mathura as fully as possible. So on account of his excessive parental affection of Balram and Krishna, Nand Maharaj felt tears in his eyes, and he embraced them and started with cowherd men for Vrindavan. So before leaving to Vrindavan, Nand Maharaj embraced Krishna and Balram, and with tears and with affection, and they started to move for Vrindavan. So after this, Vasudev, the son, Vasudev, who was the real son of Krishna, real father of the Krishna, he initiated by sacred thread as a token of second birth. Generally, this is the ritual. This is the system of our Vedic system. Everybody should get thread as a second birth, which is essential for especially higher caste of the human society. So Vasudev did this arrangement for his son Krishna and Balram, and he called his family priest Brahmana, and this ceremony was arranged and it was performed nicely. And after performing this ceremony, Vasudev gave various ornaments and cows decorated with silken clothes in charity to the Brahmanas. Actually, previously, during birth of Krishna and Balram, Vasudev wanted to do this ritual, but due to fear of Kamsa, and they were also in prison that time, so they did mentally. But when they get free from the prison, they did ritual later with great celebration. So Krishna and Balram were initiated with sacred thread, and they repeated chanting the Gayatri mantra. As we know, in the Gayatri mantra need to be chanted after second initiation. So Gayatri mantra was offered. Actually, all spiritual mantra also offers Gayatri mantra to his disciple and put sacred thread also. This is the system. So both were initiated by Gargacharya. Their priest were Gargacharya. Usually they known as Gargamuni, and they were Acharya of the Yadu dynasty. So after this sacred thread ceremony, Lord Krishna and Balram were the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they were master of all education and knowledge. But even there was no need for them to accept any spiritual master or acharya, but they accepted a spiritual master for advancement in spiritual knowledge. So after sacred thread ceremony, they approached a spiritual master, because Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he has told yad yad acharati shrestha tat tat eva iterodana tat tat pramanam krute loko tat anuvartate. Like this, there is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita. Means so Krishna is here setting as example. Actually, it was not required for Krishna to approach a spiritual master or accept acharya, because he was learned. He was master of all education and knowledge. But even he approached a spiritual master for advancement in spiritual knowledge. So he showed us way. He set us an example. Everybody should approach a spiritual master. Even in Bhagavad Gita, he told Arjuna in 4th chapter 34 verse. तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेशयन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनः तत्त्वदर्शिनः. So this is the instruction of Lord Krishna, and he followed also. So during it is customary that being initiated in Gayatri Mantra, one has to live away from home. This was the system. If a person gets sacred thread and Gayatri Mantra from his Acharya, he has to leave the home and he has to live away from his home under the care of Acharya in order to be trained in the spiritual life. So during this period, one has to work under the spiritual master as an ordinary menial servant. There are many rules and regulations for a brahmachari living under the care of Acharya. For both Lord and Krishna strictly followed all those regulations and regulative principles while they were living under the instruction of their spiritual master Sandipni Muni. So we know Sandipni Muni was the spiritual master of Krishna and Balram. So according to a scripture injunction, a spiritual master should be respected and be regarded on an equal level with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada in the purport he has mentioned this statement. According to a scriptural injunction, a spiritual master should be respected and regarded as equal level with Supreme Personality of Godhead. So both Krishna and Balram exactly followed those principles with great devotion and underwent the regulation of brahmacharya, and thus they satisfied their spiritual master Sandipni Muni, who instructed them in Vedic knowledge. So being very satisfied, Sandipni Muni instructed them in all the particulars of Vedic wisdom as well as in supplementary literature such as Upanishad. So he instructed everything. He imparted all knowledge to Krishna and Balram. But Krishna and Balram, being Kshatriya, they were especially trained in military science also, politics also, and mathematics also. Actually, in politics, there are 6 departments of knowledge: how to make peace, how to fight, how to pacify, how to divide and rule, and how to give shelter. So Krishna all knowledge grabbed from his spiritual master. So all these were fully explained and instructed to Krishna and Balram by his spiritual master. So we know as the ocean is the source of all water in a river, because the water in a river is the source, means from where this came, the source is ocean. Because similarly, the Krishna and Balram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are source of all knowledge. So they were playing like ordinary human boys to set example so that everyone would receive knowledge from the right source. Thus, they agreed to take knowledge from a spiritual master. So after hearing only once from teacher, Krishna and Balram learned all the arts and science. So just he heard one time from his spiritual master, and they learned all the arts and sciences. So in 64 days, Krishna and Balram stayed 64 days with his spiritual master. And in 64 days and 64 nights, they learned all the necessary arts, science, and which was required for the human society. So during daytime, they took lesson on a subject from the teacher, and nighttime, having heard from the teacher, they were expert in department of knowledge. So they were during daytime they took lesson on a subject from a teacher, and by nightfall, after having heard from the teacher, they were expert in that department of knowledge. So they were just learning in daytime and they become expert by night. So they learned so many things in 64 days from his spiritual master Sandipni Muni. They learned how to sing different kinds of rhythm and melodies, and how to follow them by beating different kind of drums. So they learned how to dance with rhythm, melody, and different songs. They learned how to write drama. They learned the various types of painting, beginning from different villages art up to the highest perfectional stage. They also learned how to paint tilakam on the face and make different kinds of dots on the forehead and cheeks. Then they learned the art of painting on the floor with liquid paste of rice and flour. Such paintings are very popular, we know, in the auspicious ceremonies performed at household affairs. In our temple also, or so many South India I saw. People are decorating outside their doorsteps. So Krishna learned all this decoration. They learned also how to make resting place with flowers and how to decorate clothing and leaves with colorful paintings. They also learned how to set different valuable jewels in ornaments. They learned the art of ringing water pots. Water pots are filled with water to a certain measurement so that when one beats the pot, different tunes are being produced. So Krishna learned all this knowledge, how to make melodious sound from the water pot. So they also learned how to throw water in the rivers, in the lakes, while taking bath among the friends. So he learned also that art. They also learned how to decorate with flowers. This art of decoration we see in the various temple of ISKCON, Vrindavana also in summer season. So Krishna learned how to decorate with flowers. So Krishna and Balaram learned also art of dressing here in various style and fixing helmet in different position on the head. So they also learned how to perform on a theatrical stage, how to decorate dramatic actors with flower ornaments over the ear, and how to sprinkle sandalwood pulp and water to produce nice fragrance. So Krishna learned all this knowledge from his spiritual master in 64 days. They also learned the art of performing magical feats. So they also learned how to make beverage with required various times, and they studied syrup, how to make syrup, how to make different taste with effects of intoxication. When we made different things and new flavor comes. So Krishna and Balaram learned all this knowledge. He grabbed all this knowledge from the spiritual master. Yeah, Hare Krishna, there was disturbance. They also learned how to rehearse an act of drama. They also studied the art of solving crossword puzzles. So Krishna learned so many things. There are so many things. So they also learned architecture, how to construct residential buildings. So they also learned to recognize valuable jewels by studying the luster and the quality of their colors. So they learned also how to means identify different jewels. They also learned how to set jewels. So there are so many knowledge he grabbed. We will move now because time is not much. So he also learned how to cut valuable stones, diamonds, so many things. He learned also science of the action and reaction of physical combination. So we know he learned all the arts. So Krishna and Balaram, actually they were reservoir of all the knowledge art, science, and they exhibited also. So after that, they offered, actually it is a system. If we get knowledge from our spiritual master or acharya, we have to give some dakshina. So Krishna Balaram, they were a reservoir of all art and knowledge and science. So they, being a student, they had to also offer dakshina. So he approached his spiritual master, and he offered. He approached the spiritual master and told what kind of dakshina I should pay you. So when Krishna and Balaram offered this service in this way, the teacher Sandipni Muni thought it is wise to ask them something extraordinary, something which no common student can offer, because Sandipni Muni was knowing he both Krishna and Balaram is not an ordinary person. So he asked in Dakshina, Guru Dakshina, very extraordinary thing. So before instructing Krishna and Balaram, he approached his wife and they decided to ask to return my son who was drowned in the ocean of the bank of Prabhas Kshetra. So when Krishna and Balaram heard from his teacher about the death of his son on the bank of Prabhas Kshetra, they immediately started for the ocean in their chariot. Reaching to the beach, they asked the controlling deity of the ocean to return the son of their teacher. But the ocean deity immediately appeared before Lord Krishna and Balram, and they offered obeisances and with great humility. They told, actually, your son of your spiritual master is not, maybe it is drowning in the deep water. He told, actually, boy was not actually taken by me, but it was captured by a demon named Panchajanya. So he replied submissively to the Krishna and Balram. So this great demon generally remains in deep in water in the shape of a council. So I think son of your teacher might be there in the belly of the demon. So after hearing this, Krishna dove deep into the water and caught hold of the demon Panchajanya. So he killed that spot, but he could not find the son of his teacher within that belly. So he took that demon dead body, which is in the shape of council, returned on his chariot of the beach of Prabhas Kshetra. So from there, they started moving to the residence of Yamraja, the superintendent of death. They thought if son of his spiritual master is not here, he must be with Yamraja. So they proceed to Yamraja. So when they approached Yamraja, Krishna reached there and he blew the council. Hearing this sound vibration, Yamraja appeared and received Krishna with respectful obeisances. So Yamraja could understand who is Krishna and Balram. So therefore he immediately offered his humble obeisances, and he was knowing actually, Krishna is not ordinary man, human being. He is a super soul. So they are not the living being, they are Vishnu himself. So just they are playing like ordinary boy. So Yamraja was knowing the Krishna and who is Krishna and Balram. So when Yamraja offered his obeisances to Krishna and Balram, then Krishna told him to return the teacher sons, means son of his teacher. So immediately Yamraja returned the son of his teacher. And when the son was returned, the Supreme Personality of Godhead took and brought them to the to his spiritual master. So then the brother asked if their teacher had anything more to ask from them, but he replied, "My dear son, you have done enough for me." So after returning his son of his teacher, when he returned back, he told, "You want anything more?" Then his teacher told, "My dear son, you have done enough for me. I am now completely satisfied. And what further want can be there for a man who has a disciple like you? My dear boy, you can go home now." So they instructed to go home. So with this glorious act of your will always be, but he gave blessing also. What he told, Sandipni Muni told to Krishna and Balram, your glorious acts will always be renowned all over the world. You are above the blessing, yet it is my duty to bless you. So I give you the benediction that whatever you will speak will remain as eternally fresh, and as the instruction of the Veda. Your teachings will not only be honored within this universe or in this millennium, but in all places and age, and will remain increasingly new and important. So due to this benediction from the teacher, Lord Krishna, we know Bhagavad Gita is ever increasingly fresh and is not only renowned within this universe, but in other planets and in other universes also. So being ordered by the teacher, Krishna and Balaram immediately returned back to home by chariot. So he traveled with great speed like wind, and made sound like crashing of clouds. So all the residents of Mathura who had not seen Krishna and Balram for a long time, they were very pleased after receiving Krishna them again, and they felt very joyful, and they means celebrated their pastime with Krishna and Balram. So this is the pastime of Lord Krishna, who recovers the son of his teacher. Now, within 5 minutes, I will try to glorify. I will try to narrate the Uddhava visit Vrindavan. Actually, this was also a topic. So, time is now. Actually, I will try to finish within 5 minutes. So we know Lord Krishna, when he came back after getting knowledge from Sandipni Muni, because he has promised to Nand Maharaj and Jasoda Maya, I will come, but he was not able to go immediately. So he sent Uddhava to pacify Nand Maharaj and Ma Jasoda and resident of Vrindavan. So Lord Krishna sent Uddhava to Braj. Uddhava was the actually cousin of Krishna. So he sent Uddhava to Braj to relieve distress of Nand Maharaj and Jasoda Mata and other gopis. This Uddhava, actually, he was supremely intelligent, and he was also the counselor of Vrishni dynasty and best friend of Krishna, and he was disciple of Brihaspati. So one day Lord Krishna asked his intimate friend Uddhava to take the news of him to Braja, and so that they will give relief, and his parent also, so they will be free from misery. So riding on chariot, Uddhava reached Braja at sunset time, and he saw all cows are returning home back from the village, means returning back to the village from the field, and calves were also jumping here and there, and their mother also they were following their mothers also, means calves were following their mothers. So, and he saw also heavy milk bags also was with all the cows. So the cowherd men and women were chanting the glories of Krishna. So Uddhava, what he realized, what he felt, means cowherd men and women were chanting the glories of Krishna and Balram. Even Krishna and Balram was not present to Vrindavan. So the village was very attractively decorated with burning incense and rows of lamp, and Nand Maharaj, when Uddhav ji gone to Nand Maharaj, he welcomed Uddhav Maharaj warmly, and he took him to his home. And the king of Braja, means Nand Maharaj, worshipped him, considering he is none different from Lord Vasudeva, and fed him nicely also, and made him to sit comfortably upon a bed. Then he inquired about the welfare of Vasudeva and his son, Krishna and Balram also. So then Nand Maharaj asked, does Krishna still remember his friends, the villages of Gokula and Govardhana Hill? Because he was telling he protected us from a forest fire, wind, rain, and so many other disasters. So by remembering his pastime again and again, we were relieved of all our karmic entanglement. And when we see the place marked by his lotus feet, our mind becomes fully absorbed in the thought of him. So Garga Muni, Nand Maharaj is telling to Uddhava. Actually, Garga Muni has told me Krishna and Balram has descended directly from the spiritual world, just to see how they are, how they have so easily dispatched Kamsa, and means he is telling how he killed Kamsa, means, and how he killed elephant Kavalapida and all other demons. So Nand Maharaj is glorifying Krishna and Balram. They are not ordinary human beings. They have, because his Acharya, Garga Muni has told Krishna and Balram is not ordinary person. So when Nand Maharaj remembered Krishna pastime, his throat became choked up with tears also, and he stopped speaking. So he was very loving Krishna and Balram. So when Mother Jasoda heard his husband is speaking about Krishna with love, so her son, about her son also. So by parental love, actually it is mentioned the flood of milk poured from her breast. So this was the love for Krishna to the Mother Jasoda. Even Krishna was not in front of him. So seeing this super excellent affection Nand Maharaj and Jasoda had for Krishna, Uddhava commented. Then Uddhavji started commenting. You two were indeed most glorious. One who has attained pure love of the Supreme Personality, absolute truth. Actually, he in his human like form has nothing further to accomplish. He's telling. Krishna Balram was present in the heart of all living beings, just like fire is, just fire lies dormant within the wood. So Uddhava Maharaj is telling these two lords, seeing all equally, having no particular friends or enemies, they are free from egoism and possessiveness. They have no father and mother, no wife and children, are never subject to birth and death, and have no material body also. Only to enjoy the spiritual happiness and to deliver the saintly devotees, they appear time to time. So he's telling, Uddhava Maharaj is telling, so that Nand Maharaj and Jasoda can reduce their unhappiness. So Lord Krishna is not only your son, O Nand Maharaj, O Jasoda Mai, but the son of all person, as well as the mother of all, and as well as all their mother and father. So in fact, he is everyone's dearest relation. In as much as nothing is seen. So he's telling actually he's not your father and mother, he's father of all mankind. So Nand Maharaj and Uddhava, when they passed night after talking the Krishna, then cowherd woman of the Vrindavan, when she saw there is chariot near the next morning, there is chariot standing near the house of Nand Maharaj. They thought again Akrura has come. So they were very unhappy with Akrura because Akrura Maharaj has taken Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. So what they are telling, is he going to use our flesh to offer funeral oblation for his master, who was so satisfied with his service? So this the gopis telling about the Akrura. Again they want to take our flesh. So by speaking in this way, Uddhava Maharaj appeared among them, and he described about the news of the Krishna, and by this way he pacified all the gopis, Nand Maharaj and Jasoda Maya. So this was the Krishna plan to pacify their parents and all the inhabitants of Braja, and Uddhava did this job. Hare Krishna. The time is now already over, so I make it short. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी अभी और टेम्पल प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाएंगे, आप उसके ऊपर बात करेंगे.
Hare Krishna, Sanatan Gokul Prabhu. What is the next now?
Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, Dinanath Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी अभी टेम्पल प्रेजेंटेशन
Sanatan Gokul
दिखाएंगे
Prabhu.
आप. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
What is next? Can we glorify Kartik month?
या प्रभु जी मैं अभी टेम्पल प्रेजेंटेशन दिखा
Sound
रहा
is
हूँ,
not
आप यू कैन
coming.
ग्लोरीफाई. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
या प्रभु जी आप प्रेजेंटेशन कर सकते हैं, टेम्पल प्रेजेंटेशन.
So what I have to do, Prabhu?
आप बस वही स्लाइड्स थोड़ा पढ़ के एक्सप्लेन करना है प्रभु जी.
Okay, okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So our prayers and blessing to you and your families and friends for participating in this event organized by ISKCON worldwide for world peace and love. So now I will speak about the glories of Kartika. Actually, Bhakti, Hari Bhakti Vilas says charity, yajna, japa, and austerity performed in the month of Kartika brings a result, O best of Brahmana, that will never be destroyed. O Narada, I have personally seen that a person who happily reads Bhagavad Gita during the month of Kartika does not return to the world of birth and death. Even Skanda Purana says, one who during the month of Kartik gives a small gift to Lord Vishnu attains a result that will never be destroyed. Padma Purana also says about Kartik month, of the 12 month, Kartika is most dear to Lord Krishna. To anyone who even slightly worships Lord Vishnu during its time, the month of Kartika gives residence in Lord Vishnu transcendental abode. So this is the glories of Kartika month. Kartikam Khalu Vai Masma Sarva Masehu Chotanam Punyam Pranam Punyam Pravanamam Cha Pravanam. Sorry, I could not do properly. The meaning is Kartik is the best of months, the most pious of pious deeds, the most purifying of all that purify. So it is mentioned in the Hari Bhakti Vilas about the Kartik month. And Skande Taitriva Kalpa Koti Sahasrani Patakani Buhani Api Nime Sadharena Dipasya Milam Yanti Kartike. The meaning is the Skanda Purana it is said when one offer a lamb during the month of Kartika, his sins in many thousands and millions of birth perish in half an eye blink. This is also from Hari Bhakti Vilas. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, ये भी रीड करना है प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, I am not able to hear properly. Can you repeat?
ये भी पढ़ना है प्रभु जी आपको.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna. So just I would like to say about ISKCON, Temple Organized Cultural Services, about ISKCON worldwide. Daily program at temple, chanting, darshan, glorification through scriptures. We do bhajan sandhya, and there is also Karuna Action Force. So we are doing also house programs, Bhakti Vriksha, to discuss and understand and practice the spiritual topics. There is combining also conducting Madhava Garden, which is Vedic knowledge to children in a systematic and fun-filled manner. There is also youth program to inspire an interactive session, and there is also seminar and courses for the systematic study of scriptures. Actually, Karuna Action Force was constituted to help the needy during these travel times of Corona. We know 400 plus kits distributed to devotees and well-wishers, supported Indian Community Relief Fund as well as the Bahrain government initiative Fina Khair, supported devotees by sponsoring their air tickets to India also, and supporting children from our community by paying a school fees. Also supported many temples and congregations around the world, including Mayapur, Vrindavana, Chennai, Trivandrum, Bangladesh, etc. So seva you can also offer to the Lord. Devotees can offer the following service to the Lord: Abhishekam, Prasadam, a sponsorship means bhoga offering, they can sponsor. DT dresses also they can sponsor. Sri Narsimha, Sri Krishna Archanam, flowers and garlands, And for temple maintenance also they can contribute. And a special occasion including samskara like naming ceremony, annaprasana, birthday, anniversaries, remembrance day, etc., can also be celebrated in ISKCON. So we are organizing all this program. We are facilitating all this program for the devotees. Hare Krishna. So what is next now, Prabhu?
In the Skanda Puran, Lord Brahma and Sage Narada converse that the month of Kartik is very dear to Lord Krishna. When one offers a lamb during the month of Kartik, his sins of many thousands and millions of births perish in half an eye blink. Even if there is no mantras, no pious deeds, and no purity, everything becomes perfect when a person offers a lamb during the month of Kartik. Person who offers a lamb to Lord Krishna during the month of Damodar becomes very glorious and fortunate. No sins exist anywhere in the three worlds that will not be purified by offering a lamb to Lord Keshav during Kartik. A person who offers a lamb to Lord Damodar during Kartik attains the eternal spiritual world where there is no suffering.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamanam रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमाना यशोदभियो लोकलातवमाना परं दृष्टमत्यन्तो धृतगोप्या यशोदभियो लोकलातवमाना परं दृष्टमत्यन्तो धृतगोप्या
Hare Krishna.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं सत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियो लोकलादवमानं परं भ्रष्टमत्यन्तो धृत्यगोप्या युधं तमुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मं मृजन्तां कराम्बोजयोगमेन साताङ्कनेत्रां मुहुश्वासकं पथिरेकाङ्ककण्ठा चितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिपादम् इति दृक्ष्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तं वाक्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषु तज्ञेषु भक्तिजितात्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्त्वं सदा वेत्ति वन्दे परं देवामोक्षं न मोक्षं वदेम न चान्यं हृदयेऽहं वदेशादपीह इदं ते वपूर्णत गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसा विरास्तां मन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजाम् अत्यन्तनीले कृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोपा मुहुशुम्बितां बिम्ब रक्तादरं मे मनसा विरास्तमलं लक्ष्यलाभे नमो देवदामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जालाब्धिमग्ना कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्या त्रिदीनां वतानो गृहाणेश मामज्ञ मेधाक्षिदृश कुबेरात्मजो बद्ध मूर्त्वैव यात्वा त्वया मूर्छितो भक्तिभाग्यकृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं सकामे प्रजास नमो शीघ्रहो मे स्थिता मोदरेह नमस्ते स्तुताम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयदरायत विश्वसदाम्ने नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तोभा नमामीश्वरां सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you Prabhuji for the wonderful class. Gopijana Krishna Prabhu, you want to say?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, means you want to thank Dinanath Prabhu for the class.
Oh, thanking for him.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Dinanath Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Short and sweet.
Dhanavad Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. It was really a short and sweet class. Very nice.
Very well.
I could see uh, the how Krishna learned from Sandipani Muni. So Prabhuji was explicitly explaining how exactly Krishna learned from Sandipani Muni. It was very, very nice, Prabhuji. Very detailedly you have explained.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Dinanath Prabhu, is it possible for you Narsimha prayer करने के लिए? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Better Adoksh Bhakta Adoksh can do, or we have here
Yeah.
other devotees are also there. I mean, I think he's not able to hear us.
Yeah. Okay. Also, he said he has Damodara
Yeah.
Katha now, actually. Okay. Ramesh Prabhu, పాడగలరా? Can you? Yeah, 1 minute. I'll call Rishikesh.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadayini Hiranyagashipurvakshaha Silatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yeto Yami Tato Narsimha Bahir Narsimha Hrudaye Narsimha Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prabhadye Tava Karakamala Vare Nakam Adbhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadruta Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Deva Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Om Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Besanam Bhadram Mutyo Namamiham Jai Narasimha Jai Sri Narasimha Jai Praladeksa Jai Padmamukha Jai Padmavunda जय बोलो लक्ष्मी नृसिंह भगवान की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Yeah, now we'll conclude, Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarupesya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Gaurav Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for all. Dandavat Pranam.